Today in the show, I'm going to be answering the question, who are the Runaways? Or rather, who are those kids in LA? So the year is 2003 and Marvel had just debuted the now defunct Tsunami imprint. Now the whole point of the Tsunami imprint was to bring manga readers over to comics. And it worked, kind of. They created some really good titles, like The New Mutants and The Runaways. Out of all of the Tsunami titles, The Runaways kept the Tsunami imprint logo the longest. It kept it for 18 whole issues, whereas other titles just got cancelled, like Venom. The reason The Runaways kept the Tsunami imprint for so long is because it was the best thing out of the Tsunami imprint. It was considered incredibly unique. We hadn't seen anything like this before in comics. It was totally new and totally fresh. There are some things you need to take note of when going into The Runaways. First off, The Runaways might be the comic book's title, but the team is not The Runaways. The team has never been referred to as The Runaways other than once in a throwaway comment. Most other characters actually refer to the kids in The Runaways as those kids in LA or the Pride's kids. Also, all of these characters have not used codenames for most of their career. They did have codenames to begin with, but they were very quickly dropped. And then what sets The Runaways apart from most conventional superhero books is that it is a mostly female team. There has been a point where there was only one male on the team along with 4 other females. This is very rarely done. And in The Runaways, it's done, and it's done well. I like this because I do feel like female heroes deserve their chance in the spotlight. And how many times have we seen all male teams, or mostly male teams with one female? We need the reverse as well because it allows for a different type of storytelling. So why is the book called The Runaways if the team isn't called The Runaways? Well, you see, that kind of goes into the story of the book. You see, every year 6 couples would get together to do a charity event, or at least that's what they all told their kids. So one year, all the kids decide they are going to spy on this charity event, and they see a demonic ritual going on, and they see their parents sacrifice an innocent girl. So all the kids just decide to run away. As the kids run away, they discover the truth about their parents, their heritage, and some of them even discover hidden abilities that they've had inside of them this whole time. Members of the team included Nico Minoru. Now she is Japanese American and she discovered that her parents are actually dark wizards, which means she can use black magic. And when she discovered this, eventually her mother would come to attack her and she'll try jamming this staff in Nico's chest, but her body would just absorb this staff. It turned out that this was the Staff of One, so from now on whenever Nico draws blood, she can summon the Staff of One and use magic. But this magic does come with some limitations, like she can only use the same spell once. She does later on learn how to use her own magic, get a better staff, and does become a lot more confident in magic. Like later on she can just make herself fly, she doesn't need to use the staff for that anymore. Then there is Karolina, who doesn't see the death of the innocent girl and actually denies the whole situation until she removes this bracelet that's on her arm and discovers she's a solar-powered alien. So her parents have been hiding that from her for her entire life. It was also worth mentioning that her parents are celebrities. Next is a lot of people's favourite member of the Runaways, not my favourite member of the Runaways, my favourite member is Nico, but still she's a lot of people's favourite member of the Runaways. She's Princess Powerful. She is the daughter of 2 telepathic mutants and she is considered one of the most physically strong characters in the entire Marvel universe. One time she was able to lift a monster that was heavier and bigger than a skyscraper. However, her powers do come with their own limits, like the fact that she can't use her powers for prolonged periods of time because they make her tired and make her fall to sleep almost instantly. As time goes on, she does get better with working with her powers, so she can use them for longer periods of time. I would like to see that block removed eventually, at least for a temporary period of time, just to see how that affects Molly. Next we have Chase Stein, who was the son of 2 mad scientists, but he wasn't all that smart. In fact, his father physically abused him and called him a dumb jock, just as the series started out. When Chase discovers the truth about his parents, he discovers his parents' lab and steals his father's flame-manipulating gauntlets called the Fistigans. Next, there is Alex Wilder. Now, he doesn't actually have any powers. He discovered his parents were mob bosses, but he is a prodigy in logic and strategy, and because of this, he became the de facto leader of the Runaways. Next is Gertrude Yorks. She is the daughter of time-traveling criminals. She didn't have any powers, but she had a mental and an empathic link with a genetically engineered dinosaur that she found in her parents' basement, which is really, really cool. And that is the original 6 members of the Runaways. I absolutely love this team. I love that original 6, but they don't stick around forever. Some other members would eventually join and some people would leave for various reasons. But to find out who they are, you have to read the series for yourself. I put links to mycomicshop.com down below. I absolutely love The Runaways. I think it's a fantastic title. There is a Runaways title about to start back up again in the new Marvel universe, but it's not going to be about these 6. In fact, it's a whole new team of Runaways. The only member of the Runaways that we know for sure is making it into the new Marvel universe is Nico Minoru, because she is going to be in the all-new title, A-Force. It's super effective! Okay guys, that is it for today. So what do you think of the Runaways? Please let me know in the comments down below. And also don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more history videos. And also don't forget to like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, support the show by checking out my Patreon so I can make bigger and better and more history videos. And also don't forget to subscribe to my gaming channel, my vlogging channel, and follow me on Twitch. My name is Faust, this has been Exploring Comics, and it is super effective.